Now we are starting to learn more about millionaire sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Now the autopsy is revealing disturbing information about his death. This includes broken bones, and that's plural bones, that were in his neck. Now his death has been described as an apparent suicide. However, Justice Department officials have yet to comment on the Epstein autopsy. For more, return to legal and media analyst Lionel. First of all, we're not hearing officials talk about really anything. There's not been a press conference on any of this. Is that kind of a little concerning to you that we're not having official information, hence why we're allowed to have all this speculation and rumors around?
I don't expect anything from them. They're going to reluctantly have to admit or publish something. But Scotty, the issue right now that is being looked at is very simply this. Of the 4 categories of death, NASH is the acronym: natural, accidental, suicide or homicide, and undetermined. It's really a battle between homicide, not murder, homicide, death at the hand of another human being, and suicide. Now, you mentioned the bone. There's a reference to, again, if I don't see the actual pathologist report, if I don't see the medical examiner, I'm not going to believe anything. But there's talk about whether the hyoid bone, which is normally, sometimes, not always, involved in strangulation. It's about C3. It's right under the mandible. And this is associated with what is normally considered to be strangulation versus, I don't want to go into the mechanics of ligature, but this, bottom line comes down to this. If he was strangled, either before or after he died, because there's, to make it even more complicated, then that's different than the story that has been purported, not officially, but we've been told it was a homicide, excuse me, a suicide via some type of compression, ligature, or what have you. This is huge because, as you can imagine, the Bureau of Prisons does not want this to be homicide. So that'll give you an idea of the particular basis for perhaps a bias in the report that might be included.
But that's the thing, Lionel. I don't think they want either one, because one, they either get negligence in the fact that this was a suicide and we're finding out that the guards were understaffed and they'd been on for hours, or if they find out it's a homicide, they obviously have a security issue within their own. I mean, it's like, which evil would you like to have to try to explain, or wrongdoing do you have to explain? Hence why you start to bring in other evidence that's used. So please tell me about the additional demeanor and the effect evidence that are being used by homicide detectives at this point to find out what really happened.
I think it'd be a little bit easier for them to explain suicide versus homicide, where somebody's actively offing this prized prisoner. But one of the things which is interesting is, in addition to the pathology and the medical report, you got to look at what he was saying. Now, there are reports, again, let's just take them at his word. There are reports that Epstein was almost giddy, almost delusional about his chances of success. He was thinking that maybe this case before the Second Circuit involving double jeopardy might actually work his way. That notwithstanding, is it less likely for somebody to kill themselves when they are telling, "See you Monday," talking very favorably and positively to attorneys, who seems to be excited over, albeit a delusion, about getting out early? So that's important also, in addition to the medical evidence as well.
Well, and that's the other part of this. I feel like we're watching like one of those true crime series right now. I feel like this is all playing out, and this is actually real lives that are involved with this, which is very sad.
Yes.
Lionel, all this would be eliminated if we just had people standing in front of us releasing records, transparency. All of these rumors would be put to rest. And while it might take away a segment from my show, I hate speculation. I hate not being able to report on things that are factual. There's just no facts that are being put out right now, except we have a body and a lot of victims, and we're looking for justice. Those people are, though, the criminal and civil cases, are they now over because Epstein died?
Absolutely not. His criminal case regarding him, certainly that's over. But the civil matters that are involved in his estate are not. Let me leave you with this one. What I would do is, very frankly, I'm not trying to be, this is not my opinion, but most people really are more interested in the actual victims than in Epstein. Most people are saying, go forward with this. State your name. Do you see the person in court today who raped you when you were 13? Point him out. This is what we're forgetting. There are human beings and young girls. This Ghislaine, Mark Epstein, and others. I also want to find out who's there now. Where does the disposition of this property go to? And let me also throw in something which has not been ruled out, and that is, believe it or not, poisoning. Now, that's later on, not speculation. It's very, very complicated.
Oh, yeah, I mean, come on, Lionel. We were so close to having it down to 2. Now you just had to throw in a third one on a Thursday. Save it for Monday so that we can have 5 days to discuss that then.
Remember I said that.
I remember you said that, okay. Thank you for joining us and continuing to bring some sort of clarity to this situation.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.